the podium to answer to issues raised in the committee report and in debate. The CCM, having given his answers, so I call upon the Sergeant at Arms,
where I inherited a department with a lot of challenges, especially in the bursary sector. The bursary allocation at that time was Kenya shillings 40 million. There were claims that a lot of money was lost. The bursary is at qualifier, meaning that it is good. I made the following transformative measures to address the perennial bursary challenges. One, we resolved with the Sectional Committee of Education, which was chaired then by our today's Speaker, Honorable Moso, to change the way of giving out bursary to the check system and issue to each ward. That one has made our work very easy. Bursary committees, bursary checks be done exclusively using bursary lists from the wards, and each ward picks their own checks. Number three, I've been able to push the executive and the county assembly to allocate more resources to the bursary kitty. Within a short period of time, the allocation raised from 40 million to 80 million and thereafter to 150 million per year. That is a big achievement that I've made within those 3 years. I also began a scholarship system whereby each ward is allocated 10 students, and these 10 students are identified by the ward bursary committee at the ward. These are needy, bright students who are given full scholarship by the county government of Kajiado. And I spearheaded that. And each ward again was given 7 students for tertiary and university. And each one of them receives 100,000 per year. Mr. Speaker, sir, during that time, in the year 2022, I was nominated the best CCM of the year at the National Gala Awards held in Mombasa on 5th March 2022. That means I have done a lot, and I'm honored today. Within a period of 6 months, I became the worst CCM. It is important for this house to interrogate that. I now want to give a chance to my lawyer to go through what we have said together. Come over. So I can still go through this. Today's business, Mr. Speaker. Now turning to today's matters before the Honorable House, I'm aggrieved by and opposed to the tabling of the report of the Select Committee on my removal from office dated 16th March 2023 for the following reason. 1. I filed an affidavit to reapply the motion for my removal from office dated 10th March 2023, and I before the committee appeared before the Select Committee on 10th, whereby my advocate, Kibet Koril, who is here with me today, raised the following preliminary objections. 1. Semeyan Amos Solite, the chairman of the Select Committee. This is the person who accused me of manipulating the list for Kekonyuki Ward. I want to deny here that the list was not manipulated. In fact, the first list...
Maybe just to guide you, that is honorable.
Yeah, okay, sir. Honorable, sorry. I withdraw that, Mr. Speaker, sir. Honorable Semeyan Amos Solite, the chairperson of the committee, is also the MCA for Kekonyoke Ward, who raised issues about the bursary for Kekonyoke Ward. And I want to make it clear here that if you look at the two lists, the first list, number 1 in the members of the committee, bursary committee, Ward bursary committee, is none other than Semeyan Amos Solite, which is against the law. Because we have a Ward bursary committee where the MCA is not a member. You can attend, yes, but it will be written down there in attendance because you are not a member according to the regulations. So he is the one who accused me, first of all, he went ahead to sign the petition, which means he has become a prosecutor. And then number 3, he went again ahead to become the chairman, the judge. So this is already biased judge, Mr. Speaker, prosecutor. He went ahead again to become a member of that committee. The third in that committee, Honorable Member for Mirikani, had brought the issue of his brother, Alex Seguro, who was sent to my department as an accountant, but later on deserted duty to go and make soup at Senate. In fact, the boy is making soup at Senate. I want those ones who are going to Loitoktok, if you go there one time, please pass by and take soup at his place. He's deserted duty, and that issue made the honorable member maybe to have some grudge with me. And I called him to my office and we discussed about this. So he also had some interest in this motion. So you can see clearly, honorable members, that the committee was biased. The honorable committee also acted in blatant contempt of court orders that were issued on 7th March. That is also something that my lawyer had raised. Mr. Speaker, sir, the committee decided to unanimously dismiss the above mentioned objections raised by my advocate. The minutes and the ruling are explicit on issues. The actions of dismissing my concerns, the committee denied and even limited my right to a fair trial by sitting as judges, as complainants, and as prosecutors in their own cause. The resultant decision, Mr. Speaker, sir, confirmed my fears. I therefore oppose the tabling of this motion that it is biased, it is malicious, and it should be thrown out of this House. Mr. Speaker, sir, the issue of Kekonyoki, Rombo, and inequitable distribution of the bursaries. It is important for all of us to understand the word bursary committee. Mr. Speaker, sir, we met in October with around 9 members of this House. We instructed, or we agreed that we form an ad hoc committee in each of the ward to be able to give out bursary, the emergency bursary that we had at that particular time, because our children were going to school. So, Mr. Speaker, it is the mandate of the ward bursary committee of every ward within Kajiado County to vet and select every beneficiary of the county bursary funds, and I do not participate in any way in the vetting and selection of potential beneficiaries of the fund. And it is humanly impossible. It is humanly impossible which of the residents of the domiciles of each beneficiary. What I'm saying is, if you go to Rombo, for example, it is impossible for Ncharo to know that this child is coming from this clan, that this child is coming from this area. It is impossible for me. That is the work of the ward bursary committee. So the committee, to recommend for my removal on allegations that I allocated bursaries meant for residents of Kekonyoki and Rombo wards to non-residents or use a different list are unfounded. The list that we have and Kajiado County as a whole shall proceed. For those many remarks, Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to request the members and the mistakes. If you look at 25 wards, and only 3 wards have issues. As one member said, that is 88%. If your child comes to school today with a report card of 88%, I'm sure you're not going to beat that child. You tell the child this is very good, but there is room for improvement. For me too, as a member of the executive in charge of education, my office is always ready. We have an open door policy in my office. If any member has any issue, my office is always open. Can we discuss? Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm a subject of political rivalry. But it is important for each one of you to know that I am an individual, I have a life to live, I have a name to protect, and would like to beseech this house to spare me, because the mistakes that are there, that have been cited, does not amount to gross violation of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, sir, with those many remarks, or very few remarks, maybe I can say one or two in Kiswahili so that I close.
You have 7 minutes and
Okay,
so
thank you.
please,
Let me take